On photosynthesis. Overall balance equation for photosynthesis is 6CO2, which is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, right here, and 6 molecules of water, H2O, right here. And with sunlight energy, which is required for this, it creates glucose, which is C6H12O6, and 6 molecules of oxygen. That's just the basic breakdown, and well, actually just the formula. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a big deal. Alright, if I can get this off my screen. My notes. Alright, here are the steps of photosynthesis. I wrote way too much on this. Well, let's explain photosynthesis. In plants, photosynthesis usually occurs in the leaves. This is where plants can get the raw materials for photosynthesis all in one convenient location. Carbon dioxide and oxygen enter and exit the leaves through pores called the stomata. Let's see if this is on here. Wait, did I already show you the light energy thing? Or I'm not sure. Well, the light energy is what's required for, what's the name? Photosynthesis. Alright. Water, okay. Carbon dioxide and oxygen. Carbon dioxide. Where's oxygen? So oxygen is not going to pop up. Where's O2? Okay, carbon dioxide and oxygen. Enter and exit the leaves through pores called stomata. I can't find the paper with the stomata and stuff like that. The whole thing. Alright, water is delivered to the leaves from the roots through a vascular system. Everybody knows that. The chlorophyll in the chloroplast inside the leaf cell absorbs sunlight. Sunlight is the light energy. Alright, the process of photosynthesis is divided into two main parts. Light-dependent reactions and, what's the name? Light-independent reactions. Light-independent reactions happen when solar energy is captured to make a molecule called ATP. The light, that was the light-dependent, light-dependent reaction. That's light-dependent. That's with the sun. It's light energy. What's the name? Well, I like to call it the dark reaction. But he told us it's the light independent reaction happens when the ATP is used to make glucose, which is a whole nother shenanigan. And that's the Calvin cycle. Chlorophyll and all the other stuff form what are called antenna complexes. Antenna complexes, keep in mind this is what my dad told me to put inside here, so I'm not sure what some of this I put in here, some of this my dad put in here. Antenna complexes transfer light energy to one of the two types of, whoa, that's a lot. What the? Alright, I'm just say it anyways. On the two types of photochemical reaction centers, P700, which is part of photosystem 1, or P680, which is part of photosystem 2. I don't know how he knows this much about this. The photochemical reaction centers are located at the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. If I can find what's in them, I can actually show you where the thylakoid membrane is and stuff like that. I can show you the stroma, the thylakoid membrane, all that stuff. But I just don't know where that is. That paper. I literally had it last time when I was trying to make this, but it was too bad. Excited electrons are transferred to electron receptors, leaving the reaction center in an oxidized state. Oh my gosh. The light-independent reactions produce carbohydrates using ATP. Where's ATP? ATP and NADPH. NADP plus the H. That was formed from light-independent reactions, which literally just restates what I just said. But it is good. That's it. Everything else just goes in depth. Alright, I'm gonna just tell you what the light reactions and dark reactions are now. Alright, light reactions. So let's say for that is H2O plus and light energy equals half a molecule of oxygen and 2 hydrogen plus 2 electrons. Excited electrons from photosystem 1 can use an electron transport chain to reduce oxidized P700, what we talked about just before. This sets up a proton gradient. What's the name? It's just like the but concentration gradient and stuff like that, which can generate ATP. The end result of this looping electron flow is the generation of ATP. Excited electrons from photosystem 1 can flow down a different electron transport plane to produce NADPH. NADPH. I don't see anything that has to actually together, which is used to synthesize carbohydrates. An excited electron from photosystem 2 flows down to an electron transport chain from excited P680 to the oxidized P700, creating a proton gradient between the stroma and the thylakoids that generates ATP. Like I said, I don't know what the stroma and the thylakoid thing are, and ATP right here. Right here. Alright. I already said that. No. Alright. Water contributes to the electron that is needed to regulate the reduced P680. The reduction of each molecule NADP, which is NADP plus. Is there a different one that I don't have right now? ADP plus NADPH, which what's the name? Uses 2 electrons and requires 4 photons. 2 molecules of ATP are formed out from that. All right, now on to what I like to call the dark reactions. Darkness. All right. The dark reactions, as you should know, is literally the opposite of light reactions. It doesn't require light at all. What's the name? But they aren't inhibited by it either. The dark reaction occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. This reaction is called carbon fixation or the Calvin cycle. In this reaction, carbon dioxide is converted to sugar using ATP and NADPH. Carbon dioxide is combined with the 5-carbon sugar to form 6-carbon sugar. The 6-carbon sugar. Should I just show you the carbon? Okay, a 6-carbon sugar is broken down into 2 sugar molecules, glucose and fructose, which can be used to make sucrose. This reaction requires 72 photons of light. Oh my gosh, this feels like okay. Efficiency of photosynthesis is limited by environmental factors, including light, water, and carbon dioxide. In hot, dry weather, plants may close their stomata to conserve water. When the stomata is closed, the plant may start photorespiration. Plants called C4 plants maintain. I think we learned this in a different unit before. Plants called C4 plants maintain levels of carbon dioxide inside cells that make glucose to help avoid photorespiration. Alright. I think I just overkilled that. Overkilled dark light. I mean, what's the name? Not dark reaction. Light independent reactions, also called as dark reactions. And that should be the end of this video. Thank you. I hope I get a good grade on this, and bye.